Starting at the bottom right of Tal'Darim Altar with cross position to his opponent is Terran player in the red, and it is...
Startail Farmer!
I love the way he says that. Farmer! It's like he's a little surprised by it or something. Startail Farmer! Oh! But here's his opponent. Rhymes with John's favorite card game.
Epexo GuMiho!
John's favorite card game is Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ah, okay. I was just... I was just thinking and thinking.
You're like, GuMiho doesn't rhyme with 52 card pickup?
Doesn't rhyme with anything. I couldn't come up with a single card game. I was like, what is he talking about? I just don't get it. But one thing that I do get is Bomber being aggressive. Bomber starting with a proxy barracks in the middle of the map.
Interesting.
And getting gas. This is going to be Marauder push.
Now, GuMiho, actually, I was just thinking about the WCG Korea. I was looking that up. GuMiho did pretty well in WCG Korea, not terribly well, but these guys actually played in their group, in their Code S group in November, and GuMiho actually won that game and helped knock Bomber down into these up and down matches. So Bomber is going a little bit of a revenge here in this situation.
The funny thing is that GuMiho is really, really bad at TVT when it comes down to statistics. He has the 39% win ratio, which is horrible, and Bomber is on 58. But that early aggression by Bomber in the early game, I really like that. He's going for that Tech Lab add-on already, and I don't think it has been spotted just yet.
No, the SCV looks like he might be en route to spot it. And we caught the tail end of that SCV's path, but I'm not sure. Now, here's the thing. If he passes by the watchtower, he will probably see that. Will he pass by the watchtower? No! He won't pass by the watchtower. He's rallied directly to the spawn, and that is why you always... It's only a couple inches away. You always want to run your worker, your scouting worker, by that watchtower to scout for this kind of thing. And oh, the first Marauder's already on the way. He's going to block off his wall, his ramp, or his choke rather, so he can't even get in there to find out what's in Bomber's base.
And GuMiho will be okay. What is that? What's happening right now? And Hellions are, well, the one unit that won't help GuMiho at all when it comes down to defending against Marauders. So this is really, really bad.
Concussive Shells is finished, and he is going to kill that SCV. Does not get out alive. Here comes some SCVs off the line to try and build a bunker to buy time for this. And look at this, once he gets two Marauders there, he can just kite for days, targeting down the Marines. The Marines cannot run, they cannot hide, they can only die. So those Marauders desperately trying to get a bunker up.
And I think that might happen, but he will lose a lot of SCVs in the process. Oh, he needs to be careful that they are not surrounded though.
Yeah.
Doing a nice job at killing the SCVs of his opponent. There are 3 Marauders already. Look at that. He is losing so many workers. The bunker is up and ready, but only 1 Marine in there. He already lost 6 workers, and Bomber is just now getting his expansion. He's going to get his orbital command, second one, and adding another barracks. He's retreating. He's already retreating. He's not even trying to take down that bunker. He knows that he dealt enough damage. He's ahead in worker supply, 22 against 16.
I'm a little surprised, to be honest, because often, usually when we see this rush, we see them get bunkers at their opponent's base, keep Marauders in the bunkers so they can force them to be contained for even longer. But you know what, Bomber, he's got an advantage. He's just going to take the advantage and go home with it.
He's trying to capitalize on it right now. He has 9 harvesters, 9 additional harvesters, and he will have the expansion as well. So if he just plays that straight up, and then he will be in a really good situation. GuMiho has to think about something that he can do right now, and I don't see him trying to get an expansion. I think he's going for a one-way play now, trying to kill Bomber, trying to surprise him.
Yeah, well, he's getting a drop going, and is he getting that Tech Lab on the... Is he going for Banshees? No, he's not. Well, we'll see if he does, but he's at least going to try and do a drop. He knows he needs to do something to get back at Bomber, to get back in this game, and so this drop is his hope to do so. And we'll see if it actually accomplishes anything. Bomber, let's see, is he set up? No, he doesn't really have anything set up to defend against this.
Well, he has a few Marines that he just has sitting right next to his orbital, so he might be ready for that after all. But still a very tough spot for GuMiho to be in. He really needs to do some damage with that attack now.
And here he comes in with the drop. Stim is almost finished for Bomber, though.
Knows it, and it's going in with the Marines.
Hellions popping out there, trying to do the maximum damage. And oh, Bomber clumps up his Marines going through that small choke point and takes a ton of damage. But he just had too many units, and so not that much was actually done. Those units were all so close to death, but in the end, only a few died.
He actually didn't deal any damage at all. He killed maybe one Marine, maybe two, but that's all there was. He only killed one SCV, so that was very well done by Bomber, and he is still ahead with 8 SCVs, which is a huge deal in this early stage of the game, and the expansion is ready now as well. GuMiho is going for tanks. He's going for tanks and Banshees. He is going for a one-base attack, and Bomber has to know that something like that is happening, because what else is GuMiho supposed to do? If he expands now, he will always try to catch up with his opponent, and that's a fight that he can't win.
Exactly, and GuMiho knows that too. He knows that he only has one chance to succeed. He's taken so much early damage. He's like, oh, okay, well, Bomber expanded off this as well. I'm totally behind. I need to just do one attack and try and get something done early on, or I'm going to lose the long game because I can't out-macro Bomber at this point. It's hard to out-macro Bomber even if you're ahead. Bomber is so good at that.
Bomber set the pace of the game, and now he's intercepting his opponent's Banshee, but GuMiho is paying attention.
That was cool, though.
Is not done yet. Stim is done. +1 attack will be done very soon as well.
And he's got Marines waiting over here also. Stim is finished. That barracks is going to go down, but actually, is there anything upgrading at that barracks? No, there's not.
Yep.
Oh,
the
there
upgraded combat shield.
Oh, combat shields was going on at the forward barracks.
And that is important. That is really important now. Bomber without the combat shield.
Well, GuMiho's GuMiho's attack would have landed before that combat shields anyway, but he's kind of waffling a little bit, waiting out in the middle, waiting for that third tank. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. He needs to go now or never, actually. Bomber's moving out on the map, trying to meet him, trying to force him to siege up.
Wow, nice. Killing the tanks. Two are already gone, and he's getting the third one as well. The Banshee is down. Bomber, awesome. Perfect timing to attack his opponent. GuMiho didn't expect that at all.
Oh, look, there's the SCVs. He'd brought all of his SCVs out to go for the attack. That's what he was waiting for, was a fourth tank in his SCVs. Bomber, so smart, saw it coming and said, you know what? You're not going to engage on your terms. You're going to engage on my terms. I'm going to come out and meet you when you're not expecting it and pick off all your tanks before you can siege up properly. Beautiful, beautiful play by Bomber. He's basically clinched the game at this point, taking a third base.
That's kind of funny, taking a third before his opponent is even getting a second. And the drop in the main base, that might close the deal. That might be the nail in the coffin for GuMiho. He's already losing a lot of his SCVs right now. Mules as well, trying to attack, but there's just not enough stuff. The SCVs are dying one at a time. 14 are left against 45 for Bomber.
Oh, and he gets the Viking. So he can't even pick off those medevacs.
It doesn't even matter anymore. He already lost 23 harvesters. He's down to 14 on one base. Bomber has 3, and he has production facilities. All those barracks are just now building more and more Marines and Marauders. This is horrible for GuMiho. Bomber looks like he's going to take that third game.
I think you're right. I think Bomber's going to be at 3-0 right now. Don't tell anyone, Caldor, but I already marked it on my sheet. That's how sure I am that Bomber's going to win. We've seen some comebacks in the past, but I'm sorry, GuMiho is not Huck. Bomber is not an ST. It's not going to happen this time. Well, here comes GuMiho's last attack. He knows he needs to get something done. Bomber with the 3 Vikings.
Lost the Viking. No sight onto the high ground anymore. He doesn't have the vision.
Now, Bomber doesn't have siege tech. That's the only thing that GuMiho has going for him. So he is actually going to be able to kill a couple buildings. Delay some mining here.
He doesn't have the high ground vision. He has to scan, and he doesn't have the energy to scan all the time.
And siege mode is almost complete for Bomber. Look at this, targeting down the tank. Oh, he doesn't even have the scan. GG! Coming from GuMiho, Bomber, who has been looking rusty, who has been having some trouble in his play in the last couple seasons, says, no, I am not a second-rate player anymore. I am not slumping. I am at 3-0 in this up and down group, and I am dominating it. And GuMiho continues to mumble to himself in exactly the same manner as when he won.
Do you see what he just said? He was
did he
cursing
say?
in Korean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the only thing that you. It doesn't matter which language you're learning. That's the first things that you're learning is curses. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised that he would be cursing himself after that game. Although, he just got caught off guard, man. He's probably cursing himself. He says, dang it, I should have checked that watchtower with my SCV. It might not have helped that much, but he would have had the bunker up a lot earlier. Anyway, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We still got a ton more games left. We'll be right back here for some more GSL action.